Cowboys Nation, hold on to your hats. Jerry Jones just dropped a bombshell about Dalvin Cook's Week 5 debut. Will this be the game-changer Dallas needs to finally topple the 49ers? Tune in as we break down the shocking news that's set to reshape the NFL landscape. Hey there, football fans. Welcome back to the channel for all things NFL. Today we've got some red-hot news coming straight out of Dallas. That's right. We're diving deep into the burning question on everyone's mind: will Dalvin Cook suit up for the Cowboys in Week 5? But before we get into the juicy details, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Trust me, you won't want to miss our daily NFL updates and expert analysis. Alright, let's kick things off with a quick recap for those who might be living under a rock. Dalvin Cook, the four-time Pro Bowl running back, shocked the NFL world when he signed with the Dallas Cowboys just days before the season opener. This move came after his surprising release from the New York Jets, where he spent a brief but tumultuous offseason. Now, Cook's journey to Dallas has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride. After 6 stellar seasons with the Minnesota Vikings, where he established himself as one of the league's premier backs, Cook found himself in a contract dispute that ultimately led to his release. The Jets swooped in, thinking they had found the missing piece to their offensive puzzle. But as we all know, things in the NFL rarely go according to plan. Cook's tenure with the Jets was shorter than a New York minute. Reports of locker room tension and scheme fit issues began to surface, and before you could say Jets, Cook was back on the market. Enter Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, always on the lookout for that extra spark to ignite their Super Bowl aspirations. The signing sent shockwaves through the league. Here was a top-tier running back joining forces with one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. On paper, it looked like a match made in football heaven. But as we've seen time and time again, the transition to a new team isn't always smooth sailing. Which brings us to the million-dollar question: will Dalvin Cook finally make his debut for the Cowboys in Week 5? Well, folks, we've got some breaking news for you. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, never one to shy away from the spotlight, has just shed some light on the team's plans for Cook. In an exclusive interview with local Dallas media, Jones dropped what can only be described as a bombshell. Dalvin Cook is a tremendous talent, and we're excited to have him as part of the Cowboys family, Jones began, flashing that trademark grin. We've been taking our time, making sure he's fully acclimated to our system. But I can tell you this: come Week 5, Cowboys Nation is in for a treat. We plan on unleashing Cook in a big way against the 49ers. You heard it here first, folks. Jerry Jones himself has all but confirmed that Dalvin Cook will indeed make his Cowboys debut in Week 5 against the San Francisco 49ers. But what does this mean for the Cowboys' offense, and more importantly, for your fantasy football lineup? Let's break it down. First things first, we need to talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the other running back in the backfield. Tony Pollard has been nothing short of spectacular this season, cementing his role as the Cowboys' lead back. So where does Cook fit into this equation? Pollard's numbers speak for themselves. Through the first 4 weeks, he's averaging 4.9 yards per carry and has found the end zone 3 times. He's also been a threat in the passing game, hauling in 15 receptions for 71 yards. It's clear that Pollard has earned the trust of both the coaching staff and quarterback Dak Prescott. But here's where things get interesting. The Cowboys' offense, as potent as it's been, has shown some vulnerabilities. They've struggled in short yardage situations, converting just 60% of their third and short opportunities. This is where Cook could be a game changer. Throughout his career, Cook has excelled in these clutch moments. His combination of power and elusiveness makes him a nightmare for defenders trying to stuff the run. By introducing Cook into these high-leverage situations, the Cowboys could add another layer of unpredictability to their already dynamic offense. But it's not just about short yardage situations. Cook's presence could open up entirely new dimensions for the Cowboys' playbook. Imagine a two-back set with both Pollard and Cook on the field. The possibilities are endless. Screen passes, option plays, and even some wildcat formations could be on the table. Both Cook and Pollard have proven their ability to produce even in timeshare situations. Cook, in particular, has a track record of maximizing his touches. During his time with the Vikings, he averaged an impressive 4.7 yards per carry and was always a threat to break a big play. My advice to fantasy owners? Don't panic. If you have either Cook or Pollard on your roster, hold on to them. This could very well turn into a Kamara Ingram type situation we saw in New Orleans a few years back, where both backs were fantasy relevant and highly productive. But let's zoom out for a moment and consider what this means for the Cowboys' Super Bowl aspirations. Dallas is currently sitting pretty at 3-1, with their lone loss coming in a tight game against the Arizona Cardinals. Their offense has been firing on all cylinders, averaging 31 points per game. Now I can already hear some of you skeptics out there. Isn't this just another case of Jerry Jones making a splashy move for the headlines? And look, I get it. Jones has a reputation for being, shall we say, media savvy. But I think there's more to this than just grabbing the spotlight. Jones is 80 years old, and it's no secret that he's desperate to add another Lombardi trophy to the Cowboys' collection. He sees the window of opportunity with this current roster, and he's pulling out all the stops to capitalize on it. The Cook signing isn't just about Week 5 or even this season, it's about cementing a legacy. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Before we start planning the parade route in Dallas, Cook needs to prove he can integrate seamlessly into this offense. And that's no small task. The Cowboys run a complex system under offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, and it takes time for even veteran players to get up to speed. The good news for Cowboys fans is that Cook has been putting in the work. Sources close to the team report that he's been staying late after practice, working one-on-one with Prescott to nail down the timing on pass protections and route concepts. This dedication hasn't gone unnoticed by his teammates. Dalvin's been a pro's pro since he got here, Prescott said in a recent press conference. He's got that hunger, that fire in his eyes. You can tell he wants to prove something, not just to the league but to himself. We're all excited to see him out there making plays for us. High praise indeed from the franchise quarterback. But it's not just the offense that's feeling the Cook effect. The Cowboys' defense, which has been playing lights out this season, sees Cook as a secret weapon in their own preparation. Going up against a back like Cook in practice, it elevates everyone's game, said star linebacker Micah Parsons. His cuts, his vision, it's next level. Iron sharpens iron, and having him here is making our defense that much sharper. As we approach kickoff for Week 5, all eyes will be on at T-Stadium. The 49ers are coming to town, bringing with them one of the most complete teams in the NFL. But for the first time in a long time, there's a sense that the Cowboys might have an ace up their sleeve. Will Dalvin Cook be the difference maker that pushes Dallas over the top? Can he and Tony Pollard form the league's most dynamic backfield duo? Or will this be another case of too many cooks in the kitchen? One thing's for sure, you won't